So the version of Lady Margaret was passed down through me, which I like to sing. I keep it that way because that's the way I was taught. And it tells a story. Now you must listen, David, to the story, because we in this country are very against arranged marriages. You know what I mean? From people from different nationalities having arranged marriages. And our ministers and our priests and our people are against arranged marriages, what you say is not. But we were the people in this particular country who done it hundreds of years ago. Because when a laird owned a large estate and his next neighbour owned a large estate next to him, and if they had family, especially girls and sons, they would say, my son will marry your daughter and your daughter, or vice versa, you know what I mean? So it was keeping...
if there were two daughters or
Yeah,
two sons.
it was keeping the land and the family, and keeping the estates united. So this particular story starts with an estate where a young boy was born in one estate, and a young girl was born in another estate. So the father and mother said, when the children grows up, they'll get married. They were betrothed to each other from childhood. But by the time the boy was 1 year old, he vanished. He completely vanished off the face of the earth. They searched high and low, but the little boy never was found. But the young lady, she grew up to be a young, beautiful, handsome young woman. Now, her mother had told her a story about the young boy she was to marry who had vanished. Now, because the estate was next to each other, a lot of hazel trees used to grow on the neighbouring estate. And this young lady was very fond of hazelnuts. And in the October month, she would walk across when the hazelnuts was ripe, and she'd collect a lot of hazelnuts for herself to eat. And this is what took place after she went to collect the hazelnuts. And it goes something like this. O Lady Margaret, she sat in her high chamber. She was sewing her silken seams. She looked east and she looked west, and she saw those woods grow green. So picking up her petticoats beneath her hull and gown, and when she came to the merry green woods, it was there that she let them down. She had not pulled one nut, nor scarcely three, when the highest lord in all the countryside came a-riding through the trees. He said, why do you pull those nuts? How dare you bend those trees? How dare you come to this merry green woods without a leave of me? She said, once on time those woods were mine, without a leave of yours, and I can pull those nuts, and I can bend those trees, I can bend those trees. So he took her gently by the hand, and he gently laid her down, and when he had his will of her, he rose her up again. She said, now you've had your will of me, come tell to me your name, and if a baby I do have, I will call it the same. He said, I'm an earl son from Carlisle, and I owned all those woods so green, but I was taken when I was young by an evil fairy queen. But tomorrow night is Halloween, and all those nobles you can see, and if you would come to the 5 Mile Gate, it is there you could set me free, oh free. It is there you could set me free. Oh, first they will come some dark, and then they will come some brown. But when there comes a milk-white steed, you must pull its rider down, down. You must pull its rider down. Oh, first I'll turn to a wicked snake, and then to a lion so wild. Just hold me fast and fear me not, I may be the father of your child. And then I'll turn to a naked man, oh, an angry man I'll be. Just throw your mantle over me, and then you shall have me free, oh free. Then you shall have me free. So that night at the midnight hour, Lady Margaret made her way, and when she came to the 5 Mile Gate, she waited patiently. Oh, first there came some dark, then there came some brown. But when there came a milk-white steed, she pulled its rider down, down. She pulled its rider down. First he turned to a wicked snake, and then to a lion so wild. She held him fast and feared him not, he might be the father of her child. Then he turned to a naked man, oh, an angry man was he. She threw her mantle over him, and then she had him free. Then cried a voice of the fairy queen, oh, an angry queen was she, saying if I had known yesterday, oh, what I know today, I took out your very heart's blood and put in a heart of clay, and put in a heart of clay. So Lady Margaret on the white milk steed, Lord William on a dapple grey, with the bugle and the horn hanging down by his side, it's merrily they rode away, away. It's merrily they rode away. It's a fairy tale. It's a fairy tale man himself. So, No, just because within the last, since I married Linda, that I've heard it called Tam Lin. But the story between Tam Lin and because Hamish and I always beg to differ about the end of what you says, the last verse is attached to Douglas tragedy, what we always know. But in the Douglas tragedy, he died in the Douglas tragedy. In the traditional ballad that I know, him and Lady, he died first and then she died for him with heartbreak. They never rode away. So that's the only reason I keep the last verse in. Because as far as I'm concerned, Hamish says, oh, it's a part of the Douglas tragedy, the last verse, where they wrote it right away. But as far as I'm concerned, because I had known the Douglas tragedy from a child, and it says, open the gates, mother, open them far and wide, I have the fairest lady in all the land and all the country wide, in Douglas tragedy, right? And then he was so wounded he died, and she died with break heart for him the next day. So nobody rode away, as far as I'm concerned, in the Douglas tragedy. So that's why the verse, and Hamish thinks, with the bugle and the horn, it's attached to Douglas tragedy.
Yes.
But in the original Douglas tragedy, well, not the original, but in a version that I knew of a Douglas tragedy, he never rode away because he died. He was wounded when he fought the 7 brothers and the father. Right, okay.